This program is brought to you by generous donations from the community and sponsored by Stifel Financial. Good evening. I am Ty, your host for tonight's edition of Nevada County Now. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. This is a quote by Maya Angelou. And to improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. A quote by Winston Churchill. And education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. A quote by Nelson Mandela. Change is an essential part of development. It helps us realize our strengths and areas for improvement and motivates us to set and achieve goals. Change can be tricky because we all want to do something different. We do the best we can and change the things to get it closer to a solution. Don't go away. We'll take a short sponsor break and be right back.
Thank you to Stifel Financial, proudly helping individuals pursue financial goals, businesses and organizations raise and protect capital, and communities offer higher quality of life. To learn more, visit www.stifel.com.
Sierra Harvest and the Interfaith Food Ministry are inviting people of the community to participate in the idea of a future community food campus at DeVere Mautino Park. During this planning phase, they are asking people to submit their ideas and thoughts through an online survey or attend an upcoming listening session. Become part of the design and future vision to bring food access to all. Visit their website at sierraharvest.org/GV Community Food Campus. The South Yuba River Citizen League, Circle, unveiled the full lineup for its 2025 Wild and Scenic Film Festival. Wowza, what a lineup! The festival takes place on February 13th through the 17th in Grass Valley and Nevada City. This 23rd film festival will feature over 100 environmental and adventure films, including 14 world premieres, 7 U.S. premieres, 4 West Coast premieres, and 7 California premieres. That is a bunch of films to be seen here for the very first time. The festival inspires environmental activism and a love for nature, all through film. Tickets, passes, and all of the details can be found on the Wild and Scenic Film Festival website at wildandscenicfilmfestival.org. Nevada County has 26 Firewise communities, and Nevada County OES is here to help them achieve their goals. A Firewise community is essentially a neighborhood or area that is formed and has taken steps to reduce the risk of wildfires through education, collaboration, and individual responsibility. They are the people who live in that area and do their best to clear brush and take other fire preparedness measures. OES has been awarding $3,600 of microgrants to help them achieve these tasks. The Rollins Park Firewise community used their microgrant to focus on green waste removal. Rollins Park is on a half-mile-long paved road with 23 lots and is fortunate to have a strong road association with a willingness to work together to maintain the community. On the street, there are 4 owners with tractors, 3 of which were able to assist in filling the bins. Most significantly, the tractor owners were able to enter the property of a few other owners that do not have the physical nor the financial ability to reduce their green waste. Between the bins offered through the Firewise Community Green Waste Program and the additional funding, Rollins Park was able to procure 7 bins, which were filled with more than 18 tons of green waste. This is exactly how the community and local government work together. For more information on the Firewise Microgrants program, please visit the nevadacountyca.gov website. And speaking of OES, or the Nevada County Office of Emergency Services, they have partnered with the Greater Champion Neighborhood Association Firewise Community to identify and remove 38 large dead standing hazard trees with the potential to block Old Downieville Highway. This hazard was identified in the area in 2024 through the evacuation study as a priority to mitigate and prevent major evacuation constraints from those trying to access Highway 49 from western Nevada City. The project is scheduled to start today, Monday, December 16th, from 7 a.m. through 6 p.m. It will run Monday through Friday, and it will be completed within a few weeks, depending on weather conditions. The work zone is in between the intersections of Champion Mine Road and American Hill. Residents are advised to avoid this area as there will be significant wait times for traffic control. Pedestrians and cyclists are also urged to avoid this area as the operations are being conducted. We have unfortunately learned of the upcoming closing of a beloved business in our community. This closing is not due to economic reasons, but one for personal health reasons. Goose, the funky and fabulous that brings a bit of fun and humor to everyone's life, that store will be closing at the end of this month. The business has been around for 36 years, and they need our help. The shop is full of fun stuff, so get out there and help them sell their inventory. Be patient, and if the shop is closed, please be diligent in helping them. They deserve our support. The snow is sticking on Upper Highway 20. CHP asks that if you do have to drive through the area, to please carry chains or have the appropriate tires and a 4x4 or an all-wheel drive setup. Plan ahead. Cell phone coverage is hit and miss on the Upper Highway 20, so remember to slow down, turn on your headlights, and make it to your destination safely. The current weather system and precipitation will continue through today. A winter weather advisory is in effect through 4 a.m. this Tuesday morning. Don't go away, we'll be right back with some special guests.
One of our goals as an agency is to bring that awareness that in our community there's still needs out there for firewood, especially in the senior population, and that as together as a community, we can meet that need.
Each year gets a little harder and a little harder, but just seeing this, I feel like one of the lucky ones.
Our first guest to join us is Dan Frisella, Superintendent of the Nevada Joint Union High School District. Dan has an extremely long list that ties him to teaching and helping our kids be the best that they can be. Dan lives locally with his wife and his 3 school-aged children and enjoys the many things that this community offers. Today, he is here to talk to us about Trades Day, which introduces young high school youth to industry career opportunities in construction, design, subcontracting, heavy equipment, engineering, and other skilled trades. Hi, Dan. Welcome.
Hi, Ty. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here today. So, you have contributed a lot to our community. You've got 3 kiddos in our community, and just tell us a little bit about this Trades Day, the effect, how many lives do you think it might touch?
Yeah, so this was our second year of holding the Trades Expo at the Nevada County Fairgrounds. Absolutely beautiful setting in the first week of October, and we partnered with the Nevada County Contractors Association and the County of Nevada to bring out a little over 30 local businesses in the trades, and they set up shop in the fairgrounds to show off their businesses and to educate our students as to what types of careers there are for them outside of high school and beyond. So We had, I want to say, about 400 students come through from 3 different high schools in Nevada
Wow.
Joint Union High School District. And our partners in industry in the county were very generous to bring out heavy equipment. We had an excavator out there and backhoe and little cat that students were able to get their hands on and to essentially manipulate and utilize to test their skills and to get a little taste of some high-paying and high-demand jobs and careers in our county.
So I'm assuming that, okay, you said everybody is local, that offered an opportunity to interact with the heavy equipment. Does that include trades such as plumbing and electric and ironworking?
Yeah, plumbing, roofing, building, roofing, flooring, interior design, kind of you name it. And we were out there and we had some of our larger contractors that people are accustomed to seeing in the area, your Byers Roofing, Hanson Brothers, Weiss Brothers, long list of very, very generous folks who have been involved in our career technical education programs for quite some time. So the vision of Trades Day has been probably 4 or 5 years coming, and it's been the effort of a group effort, really, of our community partners and our staff. And I'd say it's really amazing for me to see and be on location and to see both the excitement in our students as they see what careers are out there and they see things that they can see themselves doing.
Of course.
And equal excitement from our business partners because they're looking for good quality, experienced help. And we know that there are high demand, high paying, high wage jobs in industry in our community.
That's right.
And that's attractive to a lot of our students.
So I do have to ask you, with the just where society's going in terms of AI and how it's playing a hand in reducing administrative burden, and in terms of helping businesses where there has been significant rates of turnover and they've been able to attract and retain talent. Is there any competition in terms of robotics that are going to be coming into industries?
Not yet, to my knowledge. So, as educators, we've been a little reluctant with AI because there were some horror stories about students leveraging AI to do projects and to do assignments in school. But I think what we're learning, some of the big takeaways, is it's about human input in and human input out. So we have to be good at using the artificial intelligence to manipulate it to do the tasks that we want it to do. And we also have to be smart enough to analyze what it puts out to filter it for those human elements. So I don't see human jobs going away. Obviously, there's going to be some automation of some mundane and redundant tasks. But I think we're seeing higher levels of efficiency, which means businesses can do more. And I think we're going to need us humans for quite some time.
Awesome. I love that. Thank you for shedding light on that. Are any of the organizations that were present willing to certify or kind of do like a journeyman trades type of?
I'm glad you asked. So we're in the process of working with the County of Nevada to leverage internships.
Sweet.
And so internships is kind of obviously a way for students to get experience in positions. It's a way for them to further their education out of the classroom. And we do have we're working on opportunities to do certifications. We do in some of our programs. We have OSHA certifications. We have safe food handling certifications in our culinary program, and we do have partnerships. For example, Hanson Brothers came out to our ranch property and gave access to our building construction trade students to come and practice moving some dirt. And it's not there in terms of certification, but we're on our way to those kinds of things.
Very cool. I'll be interested to see how you're tracking, enrollment into the programs and hiring statistics, and what percentage of youth that are actually attending like the exploratory days and then actually entering into working contract with the local companies.
Yeah, it would be interesting feedback to get from our local companies to see how many of their students or their employees are coming straight to them out of high schools. And we've watched the pendulum swing. So it was college for everybody, and we're kind of swinging back to recognize that we need the trades to get jobs done. And anyone that's gone out for bid for home expansion or, as you mentioned, plumbing work or electrical, we know that these are well-paying jobs and very, very quality careers for anybody to move into.
That's right. And we want to keep expanding our business base here. We want to keep growing as a community. We want to keep good local talent local. So this is a beautiful partnership.
100%.
Dan, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been in public service, and what do you love most about it?
Oh, wow, that's a great question. So I've been in education for about 18 years. This is my 12th year here in Nevada County. I came in as an assistant principal at Nevada Union High School, and I'm still here now. So what I love about it is I love the people, and I love coming to work every day with a purpose. So as you mentioned, we want to keep our talent local. We also want to have high-functioning, cohesive communities. So I see my role as trying to be a bridge between our society locally, our students that are going to move on globally, and provide community at our schools and in our neighborhoods.
Dan, thank you so much for being with us today and shedding some light on the amazing opportunities that are available for youth in our community.
You're welcome.
We are so grateful to you. We spent the day with Dan at this year's event, and we are going to take a short break now and watch some of that footage. Don't go away. Jan Arbuckle will be joining us next.
What opportunity you see this providing to both our students as well as industry in the county?
Yeah, I mean, I think as our association members, we've been collaborating with the schools and with regional partners in Sierra College for several years now, really trying to get a dedicated commitment to rebuilding the contractors in general, to build the next generation of contractors.
Kayla, you told me you already know what you're doing in the future, and you've talked a little bit about your CTE courses and how it's prepared you with soft skills and getting you ready to enter the workforce. Is that a theme that you're hearing from any of the booths that you're visiting tonight, that they're looking for those types of skills?
Yeah, especially with the iMechanics classes, they definitely really help you prepare for different trade industries.
You know, my students had a great time last year and are really looking forward to it this year. They really, the experience here with the variety of contractors and business owners and trade schools kind of opened their eyes to the opportunities, not only here in Nevada County, but in the trades in general.
The longer we do programs like this and the more I'm part of the board and get to see just the amazing array of community partners that come out to really support our kids, like the more I realize this is an actual feature of our district. It's not just something nice that we kind of plug into it, but it's really like it's sort of a core value, the CTE programs.
Just the event in general, we're just trying to bring awareness to the entire construction industry in our community. And for our company, it's a great way to just show the students what landscaping is all about.
We've been learning a lot about different trades here, and it's been really interesting to see the different opportunities that there are.
We've been learning how to run different equipments and a lot of jobs after high school and different schools to go to.
There's a lot of places that I can help us get into after high school.
Now, there is a lot to this next guest. She served as the Sacramento County Deputy Sheriff for almost 2 decades and 2 consecutive terms on the Nevada County Civil Grand Jury. In 2007, she was appointed to the Grass Valley City Council, and in 2008 began her elected time with council. She has once again been elected to serve another 4 years. In addition, she was elected as the president of the League of California Cities and continues to serve on their board of directors. She is a founding member of the Women's Caucus and continues to serve on their board of directors. And she was elected to serve as the president of Women in Municipal Government. Later that year, she was elected to serve as the National League of City Board of Directors and currently serves as the chair of Small Cities Council. If there is one thing it's certain, Jan serves her community and beyond. Jan, wow, what a pleasure. Thank you so much for all of your commitments, for all of your dedication, and for being here with us today on Nevada County Now.
Well, thank you for inviting me. It's always a pleasure.
So in all of the things that you have done over the past many years of service, anything come to your mind as being close to your heart or a favorite?
I think it depends on the year. Since I've been here since 2007, the Dorsey Drive Marketplace interchange, it was a huge back then. Then it was getting Mill Street Plaza.
That's right.
Closed, and it's such a showpiece for Grass Valley and the entire community and beyond. And working with a lot of the nonprofits on trying to do something about our homeless situation has always been very near and dear to my heart. And currently we're working on a joint project with the county on a new animal shelter.
Amazing.
So animals, again, another one of my near and dear to my heart type of thing. So yeah, there's a lot, and there has been a lot, and I'm sure that there will continue to be a lot. Yeah.
I am curious, what led you to public service, and what are you, well, we know what you're hoping to accomplish, but just in terms of, what was your entryway and your inspiration to become a public servant?
Okay, as you've said, I was served as a deputy sheriff in Sacramento County for a couple of decades, and which is public service. I was retired because I got injured on the job.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And no, I'm good, but it was, thank you. And so I moved to Grass Valley, served on the grand jury, and I had never intended to be in politics. I was encouraged to apply by people I had met on the grand jury. And so basically for them to quit coming up to my door, I applied with, I think there were 11 other people, and knew that there was no way they were going to select me. And I'm sitting in the back of the room and waiting for them to call somebody else's name so I could sneak out the door, and they unanimously appointed me.
Isn't it so interesting? We don't often know our true calling. It just can find us, right?
Exactly. And that's why I always tell people, the opportunity that you're looking for may not be what you're supposed to do.
That's very wise, Jan.
So it's like you kind of go, it's there, and I really didn't think I was going to actually run for re-election, and this is my fifth term. This will be my fifth term. Yeah,
incredible.
And I'm one of those people that when I believe in something, and when I commit to do something, I do it 110%. So that's why all the League of Cities stuff and the National League of Cities stuff. So
you dive all the way in.
I dive all the way in. Yes.
That's inspirational, and it's very. I admire you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I am curious. I want to pick your brain a little bit.
Sure.
How do you feel that local politics fits into the bigger, maybe like regional or national realm of politics?
Well, actual local politics is where we get the most done. We really, truly do. We actually have that personal contact with our residents, and it's so important that you see somebody in the grocery store and they say, "What about that pothole that's on such and such street?"
That's right.
And so I think local politics plays into that, as so that we know what the public wants and what the public needs. When you go beyond the local, and I'm including the county in that as well.
Okay.
When you go to the state level, you become distanced, and so the county and the city are both dependent upon the state and the federal government for funds, different funds and different pots of money. So, but they don't understand necessarily that some of the challenges locally, especially for a small rural community like ours, we have different issues, different challenges.
That's right.
And we often get painted with one big brush at like the bigger cities. And things that work in the bigger cities don't necessarily work in small cities like Grass Valley. I've really had a great education on that on a federal level the past couple of years, where I serve as a chair of the Small Cities Council for the National League of Cities. So seeing that the cities from different parts of the country, we still have the same unique issues. How do we maintain our local control? How do we take charge of our own destiny? Because we know what that destiny should be.
Well said. I feel like I could ruminate on that for quite a while. But that actually does bring me to my next question, which is, how can a council member be really impactful in solving those bigger issues like homelessness, infrastructure, housing, the economy?
Stay engaged. And I say that not just go to meetings, become part of the different commissions, part of the different committees, where you interact with different aspects of the community and with the county, and go a little beyond and go with the League of California Cities and start going on some of their policy committees. And you can see what other cities in the state of California are doing about transportation. What is the city of, let's say, Orville doing about homeless issues or infrastructure? Is there a way that we can all connect and kind of pick each other's brains and see what works in a smaller community? So I encourage any new council members to do that. If you're engaged, and you engage on not just by staying in Grass Valley, but to spread out, you get to have some unique ideas.
You said the perfect thing, because why reinvent the wheel if somebody has rolled out a program or done something else successfully in a similar sized city? We can take those lessons and those, observe those pain points and really get an understanding of what might work in our community, what's not, and shorten the learning curve a little bit.
Right, and you also find out what didn't work. So if you're thinking about doing something for whatever it may be, infrastructure or whatever, and you say, well, this is what we're thinking, and we say, well, let me tell you why it didn't work in my city. So you can kind of go back and say, okay, I take those lessons and kind of tweak it to our own.
That's right. So interesting. So when somebody joins the city council as a new member, are they just, is it initiation by fire, or do they get a buddy, somebody that's maybe been on a while that can kind of mentor them into the role?
I think we've been very, very lucky and very fortunate. We have some amazing council members, in the past that have always welcomed a new person, kind of take them under their wing and show them that this is the way we do things. But this not just this is how you do it, but this is why. This is why that things have to be done this way. It's a learning curve, because when I came in, I knew nothing. I'd only lived in Grass Valley since 2003, so I'd only lived here for 4 years, and so I really didn't understand the issues. So I was very fortunate. The council at the time kind of embraced me, and our city manager embraced me. We did City Council 101, and I think that is something that is extremely valuable, to get a basis and know why things are done. Because so many people say, well, why did you spend the money on, let's say, art and not on fixing a pothole? Well, because that money can only be used for art and
that's right,
and infrastructure. And so that's the learning curve, is to understand how government is unique in the way that they have to operate.
That makes a lot of sense. Jan, I'm curious, if there were to be, how do you feel about scorecards? For instance, a lot of more bureaucratic organizations or even independent institutes have this idea of giving mayoral campaigns, governors, counties, and cities at the city level scorecards about where the city is at in terms of education, housing, homelessness, jobs, weather patterns. How do you feel about that?
I think that
to attract people to our area,
I think it's very useful. In one respect, we don't have anything formal like that that I'm aware of in Nevada County. There may be people that are keeping score on us, but we don't know that yet. But I know that the chamber also kind of looks at the amount of visitors. They have some kind of an AI thing that pings your phone and they can tell where that person is from when they come into Grass Valley. And did they go just to Mill Street, or did they go to some of the businesses and that type of thing? So I guess there's kind of a scorecard, but it's different. But I think it's something that we can learn from always.
Absolutely. Amazing. Is there anything else you'd like to share with our viewers before we sign off today?
Just that anybody who wants to be involved, talk to one of the council members. Come to a meeting. I'm always encouraging people to see what it's like. See if it's for you or not. And you might be surprised. You may not want to do it. But the thing is that at least stay engaged in the process so that you know and you can ask questions. I used to do Monday with the mayor when I was mayor, and people would come in and they would ask questions that we would never be able to answer in a meeting. So my understanding is the new mayor intends to continue that Monday with the mayor kind of thing.
Nice.
And so I think that just stay engaged with your local electeds.
Thank you for that. Jan, if people wanted to go to the meeting, is it posted on a website, or is it? Okay.
And they're always the second and fourth Tuesdays of the month. At 6 p.m.
In person
in the council chambers. Not this month. We only have one meeting in December due to the holidays. So, but yeah, starting in January, second and fourth second and fourth Tuesday of each month at 6 o'clock in the council chambers. So I encourage anybody and everybody to come. We are also NC Media also films it. It goes on our YouTube channel. It goes on our website. So there are opportunities if you don't want to come in person for whatever. You just want to see what goes on.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. It's been such a pleasure to have you today.
Thank you
so much, Jan.
Thank you.
Well, folks, thank you for watching this edition of Nevada County Now. If you would like to help contribute or write a story, appear on a show, or even become a host, please check out the details on our website at nevadacountymedia.org/NCN. This program is local news brought to you by locals. Remember to stay safe, get out there and take care of each other, and explore all this community has to offer.